It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Dolphins on Thursday night primetime.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sense that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Here we go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Patriots at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 6 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones on the slant. He's got Davis. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
14 yards is the pickup there on a New England 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after try forthcoming. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Kickoff. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, and when you're trying to get to the ball even faster.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Patriots at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Nothing our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 22, Jones. Open man is Myers.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. back to throw. Jones.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua.
He's got long. His tight end complete.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Opposite, green, check, pink, Smith, red, black swap, switch, yellow.
From the 44, Tua. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He finds Corey Davis.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 1st down, Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Blue, check. Check right. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Yellow, line. Opposite, green, check, pink, Smith, red, black swap.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. And not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Running back Damian Harris and the Patriots ready to go on their next drive here.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Davis now to return it. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Out left and complete to Thornton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there, with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On target over the middle to Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready?
To throw again on second down.
Tua, quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense.
Let's go.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready?
Tua now on first down. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Good game to follow in the late afternoon window as well, one being in Atlanta, where it'll be the Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Harris knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he fires one incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Now Hill to return it. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Okay,
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is fielded at the 7.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. New England's offense set to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. They run with Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And right side, Henry's got it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Throwing, Jones.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Jones on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and with it, they have taken the lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 and now on 1st down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Waller, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Waller. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 2nd down, Waller, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. Waller, and he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check right. Yellow, lining, opposite, green.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Waller, and down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Come on, set.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by McManus is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now Jones. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Goes right back to Smith again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A give to Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Open man is Myers. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 2, 56 seconds to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down.
Here we go.
Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Tua. They complete it to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready.
Tagovailoa gets this to Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go, set.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W. So for the Pats, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos.
Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.